Well, somehow I did it wrong again. I don't know. I guess, like, when I tried to go live, it said, um, to connect my encoder, so I guess I hadn't selected webcam when I set it up or something. Anyway, I'm gonna try to, share this link now. Hold on. Okay. So, anyway, this was gonna just be a little short one. It's Saturday morning here for me, and, I found out yesterday, that I'm going to need to go to Hong Kong, not today, but probably this coming week because, I'm in the process of getting a work visa, and I have all of the approvals now, but in order to, finalize, get the actual visa in my passport, I guess I can't do that in China. So I have to leave China and go to a embassy or agency, which in my case will be in Hong Kong, get that all done, and then come back in. And it's a little unnerving because I don't want to leave China and not be able to come back in. Like, that would be sad. I mean, of course, I'll be able to come back in some way or another. Like, if for some reason it doesn't work, I can just come back in on a tourist visa or something like that. But um, I thought that I would be able to do it all without having to leave. So I'm a little sad. But I've never been to Hong Kong, so that will also be interesting. Oh, hey, Bloom. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I was scrambling this morning. I didn't get to chance to, test things out because I was running late. And I guess I set it up wrong. So, oh well. Thanks for coming. Um, I was just saying that this is going to be a bit of a quick one. I just found out yesterday that I have to go to Hong Kong. Not today, but probably next week. So that's kind of the news on my front. It's sort of in order to get my work visa. So like I have everything. I have all the documentation. I have been approved. I have my approval number. All of that. So that's kind of the hard part. But in order to like get the visa in my passport, I can't do that in China. I have to leave China, which makes me kind of sad. But I've never been to Hong Kong, so that'll be that. Will be interesting. And the thing that's kind of fun about Hong Kong is it's very close to the city of Shenzhen, which is a really cool city. And Theo and I were there for a couple of days, but I think instead of just flying, I could just fly directly to Hong Kong. Maybe I will. I'll see what the price is. But the other thing I could do is I could go to Shenzhen and then I can take a train. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll fly to Hong Kong and then I'll take the train back. So I just think it's cool to like be able to take a train from Hong Kong to Shenzhen. But so yeah. So anyway, that was yay, Hong Kong. I mean, how long will I be there? It will be depending on how long the process takes, but hopefully it's only like 2 to 4 days for the process. So yeah, not long. But yeah, it's a learning process for sure. Yeah, maybe more for some of us than others. Anyway, but I did want to, I was trying to just kind of pull some of the funny like marketing pictures, and this can be an ongoing thing, I think, because there's so many different things that I find. But it's just interesting in a way. It's like such a good window into the culture to see how they do marketing, right? Because like they're like choosing to sell themselves or to promote themselves or their business. And so the things that they put forward like tells you a lot about their values, right? And in China, it's a little bit different. So even in like the traditional places, so I'll put up a sign here. This was a sign actually in a McDonald's. Share a window. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this was the sign in the McDonald's. This was right above the trash can. No waste of food, no smoking. In the McDonald's, I don't understand. So what are they saying? Are they saying like, eat all of your food, I guess, right? I mean, I don't know. You're not supposed to throw it away if you don't eat it. So anyway, that was one. Yeah, maybe take leftovers or give them to someone. I'm not sure. And then let's see. Oh yeah, this one's funny. And this one I think is meant to be funny from what I understand. This is tea. And the flavor is Yugan duck shit. And so I thought that it was just a poor translation. Oh, that is sweet. I've seen that too, like when some companies can give leftovers to people who are unhoused or hungry. And I think like in America, like we're not allowed to do that. Like there's rules or restrictions or something. And so like restaurants, if they want to do that, they have to like sneak it out. But yeah, so this was not a wrong translation, I guess. I checked with someone and he was like, no, actually that's the name of it. So I think that they are just trying to be funny, which was fun. But those are like little tea tablets and you can like, take them with you and just drop them into water. And then this was just fun because I had a moment where I was making popsicles for fun. I like started a little like side business making popsicles, but I did like really artistic, healthy popsicles and they were shaped in different things. So I would use like chocolate molds to shape the popsicles as like three-dimensional things, and I even did like ring pops where I would melt the candy off of a ring pop ring, and then I would reuse the ring and do like a three-dimensional popsicle on the ring. So a friend and I were doing this, and in China, they do it with ice cream. It's so cool. So I love it. And I have a whole series of the pictures of like ice cream. So this is one example where, look at these. I mean, they're so beautiful. These are ice creams. Oh my gosh. Like, I just love, and then just like the color choices, right? Like they're not just like kitty colors. They're beautiful. So beautiful. So anyway, and it's so fun because they're all, designed based on wherever you are. So like when you go to see the pandas in Chengdu, you get panda popsicles. If you go to a temple, you get a temple popsicle. And that's not a popsicle, I guess. It's an ice cream. You get a temple ice cream. So the lemon yellow, of course you do. That's so funny. So yeah, so that was it. And then I was wanting to share, I was just trying to find one before the YouTube thing didn't work, which is one of my favorites, because it's kind of a joke when with all of the people here, it's like trying to find your hotel in China. I don't know if anyone who is watching this who has had this experience, please comment, because it's so funny. Like it's a bit of a challenge. It's always like, like the hidden doors, right, of like your hotel. Like it's not like they don't try to draw you in. They're like, we need to know that you have the skills to find us. That's what they need to know. So I just want to see. Let's see. So that would have been in the beginning of December. Beginning of December. Let me go back. Still not back far enough. Before 15. Okay. Here we go. Getting there. Almost there. Here it is. Okay. And this is just one example. I mean, like, I could share so many examples of like hotel doors that are so funny. Like, one of them was inside of a regular apartment building or something, and like the taxi dropped me off, and he was kind of annoyed with me because it was late at that time. It was like dark, and I was like, "Where's my hotel?" And he was kind of like in Chinese. I'm sure he was saying something like, "You should know where your hotel is. Don't ask me," But I had to just get out of the cab and be like, wander around. And finally it was like you walked into a lobby and then you had to go up. I think somebody had to come down and get me because it was like you just walked into a lobby and there was no sign. And you had to go up to a certain floor and whatever. So this was my favorite. This was in Guilin. This is like, can you spot the hotel door? And I mean, I've framed it to make it more obvious. But if you were walking down the street, now, of course, I don't speak Chinese, so that might have made a difference. But even so, like if you know that you have Western people coming, you might want to have, just a picture, like have a picture of a bed. That would help. A little icon, an arrow, something. You can't find the door. Okay, so the arch there with the greenery on it, that's the entry. It's like a secret passageway. And on that sign, that little white sign that's inside of the archway, like, I don't know if I can I don't think I can zoom in on this. Can I? I'm not sure. Can I? Can I go like, oh yeah, go. Yeah, anyway, that little white, but then my picture's covering it. That white thing, it does say hotel on that white square that's inside the archway. But I literally had to ask. There were some young folks who were like walking down the mall. This was like off of a really cool mall in Guilin. And I was like, I showed them the address because I was using my map direction, and it was like, you're there, you're like there. And I'm like standing in front of the door and I can't find the door. So I asked them, I pointed to the address and I was like, where is that? And they all gathered around and there was some discussion, so I kind of felt better. Like, okay, it's not obvious to them, they had some discussion, but then they did just kind of be like, there, like right in front of you. That's the door. I was like, oh, there. Okay. So anyway, it was a great hotel. It was really lovely hotel. It's one of my favorite hotels. It was just funny. Like, how do you find the door? So, but yeah, so that's it. I do have other pictures that I will do. I think this, again, can be a recurring theme because they'll have like restaurants and they'll have a big placard like outside the restaurant. And it will say like, it's not about the food and it's not about the price. And it's not like a pretty, it might be a picture of food, but it's not even then like pictures like we're used to of food. Like the way that they sell their food is also different than what we're used to. But it also, the words that they use to sell the restaurant will be like honorable, long time standing, things like that. Like they use these kinds of words that are in what we're used to. They're not really relating to restaurant stuff. I mean, maybe something we see related to some other kind of business, right? But for a restaurant, we wouldn't care like, oh, they're honorable, respectable people running this restaurant. And I think that's really cool. So yeah. So that was it. I think I'm doing a kind of a short little chat today because I'm going to go visit a school. So I'm joining this after school program and I got to meet with them. Yay, thanks, Bloom. I got to meet with them yesterday, which was so nice because I just was feeling a bit isolated. And so it was really nice to finally meet more of the people that I'll be working with. And they're all so great, so happy. And I met a couple of the teachers and they want me to help. One of my first teaching assignments will be to help lead a Model UN for kids who will be joining a winter camp at the beginning of February. So it's like 4 days, 5 days of an intensive camp for these kids. And, this is something that we do in high school in America, Model UN. Sometimes they do junior high. I don't know if anybody is familiar with this, but here in China, in a second language, in English, they're doing it with 10 to 14-year-olds. And so anyway, and they're going to have me be the lead instructor. And I was kind of like, okay, so I've been like researching like, what is the United Nations? What is the Model UN? So anyway, so today I'm going to go sit in on a couple of classes that one of the teachers leading, not for, one of them I think is about UN. And then another one is going to be about younger kids, just to kind of see a couple of different things. And she's invited me to have lunch with her. So it'll be really nice. And I will say to all of my artistic friends that super fun that last night, after I had been there for quite a while, just at the very end of the evening, I happened to have my little square books, these, let's see if I have it. Oh yeah. So these little books, which I printed on Popsa a long time ago. These are old. These are like a year ago. And they've been so handy because they're so small and light. And so I have them in my bag and I forget that I even have them. But when I pull these out, it's like it really gives people a good idea of art, of what I do, more than like showing them a website or something. So anyway, I had these and I happened to just pull them out and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, here, blah, blah. And she was like, wait, you did this? And I was like, yeah, and then she immediately took me over and she was like, wait, maybe you can help us with da da da. And I was like, sure. And so they were working on some videos for the kids. They have a really cool actor named Steve who does videos using really lively videos. He's kind of like a Blue's Clues kind of approach, where he's a live person, but he has animation behind him. And so they have some videos that they have of him in a green screen, and they're trying to put in the background. And so they're like, could you help us with that? And I was like, yes, I can help you with that. And so that was really fun. So then I got to meet other people and like have these discussions around like design and art and all of that. And I was like so happy. So now over the weekend, I have kind of a project to work on putting in the background for these kids' videos. So yeah, you never know how things might shape up. So that was fun. But I had intended for yesterday to be an art day, and instead it was completely different. So I didn't do any art yesterday, and I'm getting very behind on my art prompts. So I'm hoping to catch up tomorrow a little bit and have a little bit more of an art day tomorrow. So, but I shared my art. Yes, that's true. Yeah. The Popsa books are really cool. I think they're also just nice because you can have like little themes. So you could do like, I did the one that was like the holiday, and then I did another one which just kind of like random pictures of that moment. But like you could do, like say you have a theme that you're working on that you like, you could do a little Popsa book of that theme. I don't know. They weren't super cheap. I don't remember now. I think I got some when they were specials or whatever, but I think they were still like maybe $15, $20 maybe to print each one, So it's not like you could resell them, but I do think that they're good for having on hand as little, show books. Yeah. And maybe if you're doing like a vending situation, you could have some on the table that people could flip through or something like that. Yeah. So, all right. Well, so I guess this will round up my live 3. And then next week, I'm going to start with the rotation. Monday through Friday, I'll do like the different theme each day. So Monday will be again about travel in China. And interesting thing is that after I did the video yesterday about Hangzhou, I found this amazing video that the city of Hangzhou made about itself. And the city of Hangzhou, y'all, is 5,000 years old. It's 5,000 years old. I mean, and that's just like what they now recognize. Like there's anyway, yeah. So it's amazing. So yeah, I think and I was like just learning about the history more. I was like, oh, I should have included that in my video. It wasn't very informative. I was just like, they have a beautiful lake. So maybe next time. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for joining, and you know, made it through the first week here, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks again, Bloom, for being here and supporting and inspiring and everything. I'm so grateful for you. Yay. Okay, have a great day. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. Bye.